How could you lose it?
Oh, come, it's not my fault. I buy the wine, you store it. Come on.
You're the one who always finds it for us.
What? Why is it always me?
Here it. Welcome to the UKWineVlog. That's Jamie.
This is Adrian. And today we're going to be reviewing a white wine this time. This is...
Stealing it off me.
I did not. This is a Vecchio Pinot Grigio from Italy. It says on the back here, it's a light, fresh white wine with ripe apple aromas and flavours of sweet pears and citrus fruit. So it's a bit different to what we had last episode. But how citrusy is it going to be? Is it going to be too tangy? Well, we're to find out. Let's crack this open. There we go.
I thought you were going to need some help.
I don't need help opening bottles of wine. I've done it before, longer than you.
I will do, thank you.
It's always a satisfying sound when you hear the wine just going into the glass.
So first to look at the colour, it looks just like it should. It's a proper white.
It's done. So it's very very clear and does look very. It's got a nice colour to it. Nice light and faint, but it's got a nice like tint to it.
Yes, it's got that like greenish tint. It's almost like, well, the citrus fruits, as they said, colouring it.
And of course it's got the apple aroma, so apple smells.
Yes, so the smell.
Yeah, there's the apple.
Yes.
The label's right. It's apple in there.
It almost smells to me like a cider of some sort.
You know, it does. A very like very sweet cider.
Hmm.
Like a well-known cider with an avian mascot. That is very very tangy, that wine.
Yes.
It's really sharp. I wouldn't go. It's much drier than the last one.
I was just about to say it's quite a dry white.
It's drier than the last wine we had, because that was slap bang in the middle. This is defined.
White. This is like the bottom end of the scale.
Things like you can smell the apples, but for me, I can't taste them.
No, it tastes a bit pear.
I don't taste any pear.
Well, it does to me, but again, taste buds differ. I don't know. I mean, if it's supposed to be citrusy, you'd expect some kind of lime, maybe, or lemon, or something in that family. And it has a little bit of taste, but then goes straight to dry, and it's like, well,
it's basically watered down squash.
Yeah.
But it's also got that.
When you've made it really, really diluted, like
one drop of cordial.
Yeah, so that
water.
you can make it as cost effective as possible.
Oh God. It's cost effective nowadays, especially in this financial climate. Well, a lot of our ones you buy are pretty cheap, and this does taste cheap.
Well, yeah, but again, we got this from one of the big supermarkets, and this retails at an average of £6, depending on which shop you get it at. So you wouldn't expect that paying £6 you'd get something as bland as this.
I mean, you do buy this pretty cheap. But when you taste it, you know it's cheap.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, you usually with some wines, if you get them just for a couple of quid, you can taste them and they still got some flavour to them. It tastes like you've made an effort in a party situation.
This tastes like it should be an own brand wine.
Oh yeah.
But I've tasted own brand wine and it was better.
It's a big disappointment. It's a big disappointment this time.
I mean, if we were to look at the label, I mean, the front label, more to the point. Look at that. How?
Yeah, the front label is has got a picture of Italy, so that should bring you things of class, of flavour, of actual character. But you taste it and it's a big disappointment.
Yeah.
It overhypes itself with its own label. I mean,
that
look
label.
at that. Take a look at that. That label looks.
It looks
posh.
Very well made. It looks like it's going to be a very. It's hyping itself up to be great, and it might just work, but
it just doesn't. It sets itself too high, only to be knocked down.
It tends to taste of the alcohol more than anything else.
I mean, when we look at the back, as I said earlier in It is with apple aromas. You can taste the apple flavours of pears and citrus fruit. I really cannot taste it.
I've tasted a little bit of pear, but nothing citrusy.
But again, it's got some refreshness to it, which only lasts for a couple of seconds. You feel a bit refreshed, a bit hydrated to have wine, but then your mouth, it dries up, so you feel like you have to drink more, which makes it worse. I mean, this one here. I mean, this is one of the few bottles. The other bottle didn't mention what food to have with it.
Yes. What's this?
This one, it's pretty similar to the last one. It's with chicken, seafood, and light pasta dishes. So chicken, poultry.
So it's saying the same as what we said about that, even though the last one didn't actually say it.
Yeah. So light dinners. I mean, this has 12, which is like 1% more, but you can taste the extra percent.
You really can.
I can taste that extra 1%. It somehow makes it.
It's a hell of a lot more sharp. I mean, some people might think that we're being unfair if they've tried this before. Some people may think, you know what, I'm going to prove him wrong, I'm going to taste it and say, it's fantastic. But again, wine especially is a varied taste, but the fact of the matter is, this has very little taste to it.
This is kind of like a wine that's an exception to the rule, because we said if you're going to have a light wine, you have a light meal with it, but this, you need to compensate.
You need to get some flavour in place.
I mean, with the rosé, as we said before, if you have the light flavour to it, you have a light meal, like a chicken, like a salad, but this, you just want to get rid of it as soon as you can, somehow. You just want to shove bits of cow and meat and just chomp on a pig to get rid of the flavour.
The wine is, I want to, in fact, be in a yard or a garden on a sunny afternoon, nice and comfortable with friends drinking it. And I know I said that on the last one, and therefore from what I've just said that makes it sound like I will always say that, and I won't though, because I wouldn't say it about this. This you will either have on a sit down meal so that you can make up for the flavour lost, or you will have it with a friend one-to-one, kind of in this kind of situation, watching TV or watching a film or something like that. And the other way that you could see it maybe is on your own situation. But wine, I think, should be a social social drink.
Wine should be a social drink. Exactly. We need your final thoughts on this.
It's got nothing much going for it. I mean, fair enough. If you eat it with very strong flavoured foods, it might live because you've got that strong flavour to live with. And the fact is, it's not the kind of wine that I'm used to. I'm used to like a party wine where you can enjoy it with your friends. I mean, what do you think?
Well,
as a final thought,
it's the kind of wine that it knows it's bad, but it still overhypes itself with the smell, with the label, as you said, and you feel obliged to drink it. I mean, I've only just managed to like break from its grip and put it down. I mean, that took me a lot of effort to put that wine down and not drink it. I'm gonna get rid of it somehow. I'll have to evaporate it into the air or something. I mean, with one of the rules of thumbs, a light wine with a light flavour of meal to balance it out. Yeah, it's balanced, but this just takes some scales and chucks them out the window. So, I mean, what would you give it as a final score?
Final score, I mean, I'd like to give it about a 3.5. I mean, I know that I'm using halves again, but it's under the 5. It's between 3 and 4, so it's 3.5.
I'm just for me, I'm going to be a bit more generous and give it a 4. 2 for the colour, and 2 for the aroma.
Yes.
That's its only redeeming features.
That's the bottle.
I think even the bottle can't redeem it. With most things, it's all based on opinion. We've given our opinion, we've given our review. I'm sure you'd want, if you want to give it a try, good on you. We can't. Let's see if you can. Now we're going to see lots of video responses.
Yeah, probably. Someone just downing a bottle or something like that.
Here's me down to Pinot Grigio.
As always though, our scores are on the screen right now. If you don't agree with us, there's plenty of room to comment in. But that's what we believe, and that's our taste buds talking. Like I said, there are plenty
Dying.
of different tastes out there. But what have we got coming up for us next week?
Our next one is a red wine. So we've got the full spectrum in the first three episodes. We've had a rosé, we've had a white, if you can call it that. And we've now got a red soon. This has been UK Wine Vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.
Bye.